Blessings, everyone. Before commencing with the individual sign weekly readings, let us have a look at the incoming wave or general shift that is coming to all people. Remember, incoming waves extend beyond the single week in influence. These are shifts in the energetic dynamic that are integrating into the new normal. Please also remember, though this wave is already being experienced by many, including myself, these are forecasts of incoming changes. They are not intended to be immediately relatable to those viewing ahead of time, and so they may not be right away. This wave is personified by the Hermit and the Fool. At a glance, it almost felt paradoxical, but that is not so. There is much movement here. This week begins a turn towards deep transition with many trade-offs. The Hermit presents a shift that is spiritually and energetically altering the personal landscape, while the Fool ushers forth new beginnings and departures from old journeys. It is a feeling of abrupt turns and trades, as many stories and phases are suddenly brought to an end to make room for fresh starts and clean slates. Freedom. With this also comes resurrection and connection opportunities with many aspects of self and spiritual kin across many spaces and lifetimes. Remember the return to innocence energies that began to take hold in March. This may be difficult or uncomfortable for those invested in a focus or an outcome, especially if personal healing or identity is wrapped up in that focus or outcome. Remind them of the importance of flow. Show support for the choices to stop going in circles. It's okay to take time away from spaces and those who are not, or choose not to be, ready to take on this week. Make as much room as you can for your gifts. Let the wave do its work. Remember, there is grace here. The new presents before the old departs. Explore the options presenting with discernment and non-judgment. Let the arrival of new opportunities, adventures, breakthroughs, foreignness, and reunions be the mixed bag blessing it is. Alright, Gemini, now that we've had a chance to look over the incoming wave for this, well, it's not just for this week, because it's for all populations, right? And then it goes on even beyond this week. Let's have a look and see how that is actually going to be applying to your week as it lands. Now, just a quick reminder for everybody out there, should you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or of course, you may also simply follow the links below. So and thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing, by the way. So, what is going on when it comes to your week? Well, the archetypal themes of this week all center around the Hierophant. And it's a really, really cool energy that I'm seeing here because I'm almost seeing a bit of a road swap going on. Let's talk about that trade-off, right, that we just mentioned in the incoming wave. With the Hierophant card, I am seeing an enormous amount of assistance coming your way, as I'm almost looking at the card and I'm seeing sort of this issue that's coming forward to actually support you by actually allowing you to swap onto a completely, whether it's a different schedule, a different kind of living situation, a different way of actually carrying on your life, your reality, your own experience. And because when I'm looking at the card, I'm actually seeing, all right, we have the Hierophant, right? This is the keeper of truths. This is, this is the order keeper and all of that. He's kind of swapping out the students. That's how I'm looking at it. It's like swapping out these realities. We are swapping things out. We're trading something out almost entirely for something better. Now, looking at the rest of the cards here, I am seeing that we have to first acknowledge what is being presented with the problems with the reality that maybe we are entering the week with. but there is going to be that swap out. Prepare for this week to give you a lot of alternatives to consider, no matter what you're invested in, right? If you're invested in getting that particular house, you're invested in going to that particular school, you're invested in, having a job in this position under this boss, or you're invested in this particular direction for a relationship. Because the Hierophant is presenting a different road. The Hierophant is actually giving some kind of different road as a gift to you. And I feel like all things can actually pretty much still work on this road. So don't think we're just giving a bunch of stuff up or it's going to be tumultuous. But I do feel as though with the Hierophant making this swap or offering this swap this week, there is going to be a bit of an internal thing going on with you, where you're going to be kind of feeling, well, geez, I just invested all of this time, energy, maybe even spending money into this particular route, this particular road, this particular timeline, and now this other thing is getting presented. But it will be a better model. As we get to news and arrivals, we actually have the King of Cups in reverse. And so this is where we start to see what we need to be swapping out. Because with the King of Cups reversed, there does seem to be something presenting here where some kind of entanglement that we are in, whether it's family, friends, possibly even something material. Somebody is kind of... they're showing you where they can go no further based on their conduct. Okay, and that's kind of the thing the King of Cups reversed does. Unfortunately, the King of Cups reversed can't admit to themselves that maybe they're ineligible to move things forward, whether, again, it's a group project, a family thing, a business project, whatever's going on. They tend to just kind of show it by really messing up. And the good news is I'm not getting this messing up with you. It's just that they are messing up their part. They're messing up their space. They are showing you where they cannot go any further until they learn whatever lessons they're supposed to learn. And it could be a little bit disappointing because we may have, again, wrapped up a lot of investment in things going a very formulaic way. But I feel with the King of Cups reversed, you have to, call a spade when you see him, right? Might not be a him, but with the King of Cups reversed, in a lot of cases, a person is disqualifying themselves from being a part of that situation, whatever it is, that reality, whatever it is. And it can be a self-sabotage moment on their part. It might be something where we do have to take a good hard look at our social surroundings. Is everyone bringing the right toolkit, so to speak, to the table? Is everyone bringing something they can contribute? Is somebody all take? Is somebody maybe not belonging there just due to a lack of expertise, experience, training, dedication? This is a week where that's going to be showing up. But remember, with the trade-offs and the Hierophant, we don't have to necessarily be stuck there, right? We don't take this personally. We don't personalize it either. We let it see what it is, look at it with neutrality. Okay, this person, sorry, no judgment, but this isn't working. And then we go over here and we do something else. When it comes to the material resources, well, you've actually got the Ace of Wands in reverse. And what I'm actually seeing with the Ace of Wands reversed, yes, I'm seeing a fire go out. I'm actually seeing something losing steam and coming to a halt. And I know that sounds really scary and really like, oh God, when it comes to material and professional aspirations. But it's really telling you where something is actually saving you. That's what I'm getting here. Again, you have to read cards in combination, right? With the Ace of Wands reversed, it does look like there is an issue that is coming to a head, either a financial one, it could be even just something relating to a household or a work situation, that it cannot go any further. If we try to force it to go further, it's just like being the person who says, no, this is the hill I die on, I'm going to ride this over a cliff. We don't want to do that. And it seems to run out of steam before it goes over the cliff, thank goodness. The interesting thing about this, though, is that I'm getting a very clear indication from this Ace of Wands reversed that an alternative is getting presented. A new wand, a new avenue is getting put forward for you. But with the Ace of Wands reversed, it's important to understand that this might be something we have to learn something new about. This is something that out of nowhere, we have to kind of go and build that fire again with completely new tools, a completely different new opportunity. This could be a new role opening up for you, even though you're not looking. This could be a revelation about, some kind of of new financial opportunity, even though you didn't want to take on the work. This could be something that ultimately is a blessing in disguise. But remember, it's disguised. So what do I always say? To believe something is what it is based on the, on its surface presentation or what the herd is doing is the greatest self-deception. You have to go in with discernment and you have to explore. When it comes to relationships, well, we've got the Five of Cups upright. And this week, when it comes to love and romance, I don't feel like this Five of Cups is happening to you, but I do feel like there is something going on with a partner, with a crush, or maybe even somebody new. They're kind of being forced to admit a defeat or accept a loss that they've maybe been in denial about. Maybe this is not something they've bothered to grieve or mourn properly. I don't know if I would necessarily say it's like a tragedy. I mean, but it could be. But I feel like this is something that's already happened. It's almost like something that a partner or a crush has been fighting in futility. They've been resisting it. They've been in denial. The same thing can happen with a new person, because with the Five of Cups, they are embarking on doing something new finally, but they are not over their last situation, and you have to be careful with that. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're all going to be rebounds, right? No, it just means that this is showing where a person might be a little bit raw. This person might still be doing a lot of processing, and ideally, we don't process the old onto the new thing. So you have to honor your boundaries, but also honor the place that they are in. This is a week that I think with the Five of Cups, upright, it can be very healing, can be very cathartic, as long as people are making sure that everyone is respecting what level another person is at, and they are not in a space where they are, again, using a new person to process things, if you're getting a new person, or processing on their partner, because that's not good, but also at the same time making sure that as the partner in this situation, you are understanding that this is actually kind of a slow motion shock over what this, it is actually hitting your partner for the first time. They are admitting some kind of defeat, some kind of loss they've been in denial about for a long time. So have some compassion, okay? And we'll get through it. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. Just petting the kitty. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Here she is. She's pissed. She did not want me to do that.